Hey all, good evening. Welcome to Billionaire. Today we will analyze how Nifty performed on Camarilla and let's see how tomorrow will be. Remember yesterday I had told you market might be range bound because of the wide CPR. However, in the last chart it gave a very good trend. So let's go ahead and analyze how we could have traded today. Right. So we have floor pivots, we have Camarilla pivots. Currently what you're seeing the Camarilla pivots. We had a very wide R3 S3. Above R3, what is R3? R3 is a selling area. Above R3 is a buying area. Now, what kind of trend we are in? So most of the times when we say buying and selling, we are in an uptrend, right? When short term, I'm talking about short term intraday trend is uptrend. When it is an uptrend, you should always look for buying in dips. That's how the strategy works. All right. And also you can draw trend lines if it helps, so that you know market is in upside direction. So never see any news. So below R3 sell, above R3 buy. Yes, it tried to come, and market went up. Now this might be a confusing situation because the pivot is not supporting, right? Pivot is not supporting. But however, what do you see here? If you see from here, all right, one swing, second swing, third swing. Now this is very important for you to catch when in confusion. Now, of course, this low came down, but we can call it as a double bottom, one bottom, one bottom. High, low, slightly higher, low. We have two higher highs, two higher lows. Whenever you have a minimum of two higher highs and two higher lows, the short-term trend, I'm talking about 5 minutes trend, should be considered as in an uptrend. So you need to go for a maximum swing. But when you see here, high, low, high, low, high, low, lower highs, lower lows. This is short-term trend. Okay, you should always understand market always moves in channels, micro channels, bigger swings, smaller swings. So don't get really confused with all these minor details. When you really look at the bigger screen, this entire screen, market is going up, you have one big swing. Okay, this itself you should consider. Another swing, another swing. And the another easiest way, if you have read, I see a lot of people who follow me might have already read Secret of Pivot Boss by Frank Ochoa, right? If you read Frank Ochoa's books, any value area high, value area low, don't get bogged down. This value area high, yesterday, okay, we can consider this range or this entire day's range. This is yesterday's value area. This is today's value area. Whenever there's a range, nice range, understand that within that value area, people will be moving the price up and down. If you want the Secret of Pivot Boss terminologies, it is called as responsive buyers who respond to the price. See, this is a defined boundary. Although price came down after going up, it goes up, pushes down, goes up, pushes down. So when you see that wide CPR, you should understand that the next day would be a high probability range bound day. That is how you need to read. But when you are in uptrend, even in that range bound day, you will have high probability when you buy on dips. That is exactly how you need to buy. Right. Now here it comes, once you see the range is broken. Okay, in this range, if you had taken, all right, if you had taken any options, you still had maximum money. So Honestly, I was completely occupied with my work. New year has started with a very busy schedule. How much I made around 6K, but again, it was in the opening candle, and after that, I couldn't even trade, neither I could pass on any good feedbacks to the channel members. But anyway, from learning point of view, say I was just watching, I was in a meeting. If you go for 17,600 C, at this point of time, it was around 150, 160, right? By the time market closed, it is 230. So the market will move very slowly. You will see the volatility. Prices moving up and down. That is how the prices are there. But this range was broken, and this was a very high probability. And suppose if you have taken a trade here, these two doji bars, this should have been your stop loss, not R3, because after two doji, market decided to go up, and this doji, even you could keep a very tight stop loss below this doji, 17,734. Sometimes what happens is market quickly come back and hits your stop loss and then go up. So usually this would be a better stop loss. Yes, it is wide. That's how market works. It goes up, comes, and then pushes up. Now, how did the float pivots work? I'll make it quick. I mean, why I'm talking so much is just to ensure that you guys learn how exactly it works. Okay. Previous day high, previous month high, this green and this green. So market is above previous day high and month high. What should be your bias? Any daily, hourly, or swing high, swing low, daily, weekly, monthly, high and low always acts as a support and resistance because they are also pivots. So what did I say yesterday? If price sustains above R1, considered market will go to next level. Where did market go? This is the channel. It hit the channel high. From here, R1, it went to R2 pivot. Suppose if you have purchased here, below this doji or below R1 pivot should have been your stop loss. Now, how to identify that you should buy here? I have shown you the supply and buying areas, how I mark them. See, this is the way I mark them, okay? Not this one. When you see in a 15 minutes candle, if there are two candles closing above that entire wick till this green area will act as supply area or buying area. That's exactly why market came down, pressed, went up. So if you know how to mark these levels along with pivots, you can play very nicely. So, all right, let's quickly go ahead and see how pivots are there for tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow's pivots, and then we will see how market will be, and then we will decide, can market keep going up in one direction? This is one fear factor, like news where everyone will be afraid and want to take the counter trades. But today was very solid uptrend, and tomorrow's pivots, we still have a wider pivot. Tomorrow can also be a range bound. It's Wednesday, a day before expiry in the new year. So again, this is indicating a range bound day. Like today, it might be range bound, and initially it will be very volatile. If you cannot control the volatility in first 15 to 30 minutes, do not trade. It's okay to trade when the volatility goes down and get the direction. Even at 1:45 p.m. or even after R1 at 2:10 p.m., you could have captured 80 points in one direction. You may not be able to capture it on regular basis, on daily basis, but very regularly, if you know how price action works, you can easily capture all this money. So again, it's very simple. It is very simple again. How should you trade tomorrow? Tell me, how should you trade? This is the channel. If market has any weakness due to whatever noise, watch this channel. It should go down from here. Now let's see if we have any divergence on the chart. Wow. Do you see the divergence? This is the 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Let me remove this. Guys, these all of you can identify. This is not rocket science. You don't even need to watch my channel or my this thing once you learn. So what I'm trying to show you, this is something called as RSI divergence where momentum. So this is the, I'll make it in red, okay, so that you can see. 1 peak, 2 peak, 3 peak, these lines, I have marked it for your benefit. Prices going up from this peak to this peak. There's a slight slope downside. If you go to 15 minutes, see, it's even evident, beautifully evident from this peak. This is the morning candle. From morning market, where did it go? It went up. But here also in the last hour, it went up. We still see RSI negative divergence on 30 minutes and 50 minutes, 15 minutes. If you go to 5 minutes, do we have any divergence? In 5 minutes, we don't see the divergence. So, but when you see the divergence, you have to be cautious. All right, this is what divergence means. So you have price reaching the upper channel as shown, and then you have the RSI divergence. I don't know why this came. Okay, I don't need stochastic. Now, what does divergence means? So the market is going upside, but RSI is not showing the same strength as market is showing, which means the strength on the upside is getting weaker. So we have a upside resistance in the form of channel, upper channel. So you have to be careful tomorrow, but still the pivots will show you the direction. So tomorrow, if there's a huge gap up, again, if price sustains above R1, you have to think of buying. Of course, market cannot keep on going continuously. It should retrace. So I'm expecting, even if it's a gap up, since it is within the channel, it should retrace. For some reason, it breaks the channel, goes above R1 pivot, sustains R1 or H3 Camarilla, H4 Camarilla, then you need to have a bias to buy. And also at the same time, until unless there is a very big correction, look to buy on dips. I had told you even in this morning, look to buy on dips. Even yesterday I had told you. So please watch out for better prices. Whether you can buy this morning, I had told you 17,550 was a good buy. And even the previous day high was a good buy. But from there on, market never turned back. See the long wick, 15 minutes, this is all buying pressure. Once you identify on 15 minutes and buy, you could have just holded it to make money. So R1 17,892, S1 is a 17,658. What if tomorrow S1 is broken? So S1 in an uptrend, always consider S1 is a good buying area. Central CPR and S1 is a good buying area. Now suppose if S1 is broken, you need to consider today's low wick should act as a support, because we have seen a lot of strong buying similar to here. See here, similar to here in this range, you can see market reversing. If this range is broken, then you need to consider this range. This entire congestion zone will act as support. What are these zones? 17,530, 17,506. So am I seeing a big fall? I mean, still there are a lot of negative news, but also there are what do you call kind of positive news in the market. So do not go by news, follow the pivots to understand them, and then you will never be disappointed. You will be able to trade successfully. So if you see today's, okay, I wanted to show you this. Okay, this is too much. This is one thing. We are at the channel high, right? So just give me a minute. If I remove this, you won't be able to understand anything. Okay, let me remove this clutter. Hold on, guys. Please bear with me. These are all some of my levels. I'll just show you one thing we can draw. Now what you see here, we have a Bollinger Band. Daily candle is very big. Even yesterday we had a very big strong candle. So central pivot is closer to R1 pivot. But what you need to see here is initial channel was this one, 2 points. This channel was broken yesterday. And after that, market has pierced the upper Bollinger Band. So this is showing a very strong momentum. See, RSI is 63. If it goes above 73, it can go up to 18,000 or 18,300. But what you need to be aware here is while we are in uptrend, from the top, retracement is closer to 61.8. I'm going to remove all these things. See, now it's clear. Market has even broken 61.8 golden ratio. So this is the channel, what we're talking about on the lower time frame. On the higher time frame, so we are having market has gone sharply very up. 61.8 has also been broken. If it sustains this, where can it go? Where do you see the next level of resistance in the upside market? If you follow my way of price action, do you see a reversal pin bar forming downside rather than upside? Sometimes is always a negative sign. Market should pull back. Here market tried to pull back, went down. So 17,894 to 17,944 will act as resistance. Can it be broken? Yes, it can be broken and market can go to 18,137, but I doubt whether it can happen in this expiry, maybe next expiry. But 17,000, if you see the Fibonacci, see here, this week to this week is definitely 18,210 and 18,119. I would just go for 18,210. Yeah, this entire zone is a selling zone. We have around 60-70 points of resistance here. But if you follow pivots, you can easily identify them. Now, why I mark them is because it works like a gem. You remember yesterday I told you. So when you see more clutter means you have to be careful when market is in range bound in a more clutter way. It needs a lot of momentum volume to break it. See, today after breaking this was a free area. Market went till, so this was a wide area, 17,821 to 17,805, almost around 15 points wide area. But still, see, it tried to break and then retraced in the last 15 minutes. So it absolutely works like a gem. So hope you learned something new today. And suppose if you haven't learned anything, please do comment, and also please do help our channel grow by subscribing. Very soon I will definitely record a video where you can mint money in Nifty. If you're a working professional like me, where you hardly trade, I can show you how you can make big money even with 200, 300 quantity. Have a good day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.